Children, today I'm going to teach you about verbs. First of all, you should know what are verbs. Verb can be an action word which denotes some action happening, or it could also denote some kind of possession, like he has. When someone has something, then it is called as possession. Like he has a beautiful wallet, so has here, or they have a beautiful house, so have. These are all words that denote possession, so they also come under the category of verbs. Or there could be words that denote the state of being, like how someone is. He is a good boy, they are very mischievous, so they are denoting the state of being, how something is. So those words are also verbs. Like we say that particular box is damaged. So what is the state? It is damaged. So all these words denote some kind of action, and that is why they are called as verbs. Now these verbs can be classified into two types. They can be main verbs or they can be helping verbs. The helping verbs are also called as auxiliaries. Okay? Now main verb. When there's only one verb in the sentence, then it is always a main verb. Usually all the action words, they're always main verbs. The action words will never be helping verbs. If an action word is there in the sentence, like they are singing, so singing is a action happening. They are playing is an action. They are shouting is an action. So all these are action words and they will always be the main verb of the sentence. But then if we talk about words that denote possession or the state of being, they are usually helping verbs. Sometimes in the sentence they can be the only verbs present. At those times they become the action verb, they become the main verb of the sentence. Like for example, if I'm saying a sentence, they are going to the park. So what is the action happening over there? Going. So this is the main verb right now. It's an action verb and it's a main verb. But if I say they going to the park, does this sentence sound meaningful? No, right? We have to write one word over here which is called they are going. Then the sentence becomes meaningful. So this are is helping this main verb. There's no importance of this main verb. It doesn't complete the sentence alone. It needs a helping verb over here. So these are, is, am, has, have, do, does, was, were, had, did. All of these are helping verbs and they're also called as auxiliaries. Understood the difference between main verb and the helping verbs? And sometimes there might be no helping verbs present. Like simply a sentence will have only the main verb. Then these auxiliaries or the helping verbs are further divided into two types. They can be primary auxiliaries, like the ones which I told you right now, is, am, are, has, have, had, do, does, did and was, were. These are all primary auxiliary verbs. They are there in the sentence depending upon the tenses. Like in present tense we use is, am, are. In past tense we use was and were. Okay, so I'll make a table over here. Is, am, are. These are used in present tense. In past tense, if we are saying something in past, instead of is, am, are, we will say was and were, depending upon singular and plural. Then we use for state of possession, we say he has something, they have something. And in past we say they had or he had. Then do and does is used in present. And in past, did is used. Like we say, do your homework right now. So here the verb is do. Or in the past we'll ask, did you do your homework? Did you complete your project? Okay, so these are all primary auxiliary verbs. The other category of auxiliary is modals. Now the difference between primary auxiliaries and the modals is that these primary auxiliaries are written depending upon the tenses. But the modals, they are used irrespective of the tenses. Okay, and let's see what are all the modals. They are can, could, shall, should, may, might, then must is also there. Okay, so these are all modals. They are used irrespective of the fact whether the sentence is being written in present tense or in past tense. And yes, they are always the helping verbs. Sometimes they can become the main verbs also. Which ones? Primary auxiliaries. They can become the main verbs of the sentence, but the modals, the differences, they will always have a main verb along with them. They will always act as helping verbs. They will never become the main verbs of the sentence. This is a major difference. The primary auxiliaries, they can become the main verbs of the sentence, because we can say he is having fever today. So here is and having, these are primary auxiliaries and they are acting as the main verb because there is no other action word in the sentence. But we can't ever use a modal without a main verb. Like if we say we should never be late to school. So here, what is the action happening? Nothing is the action, only we have a supporting verb which is should. So it is a modal. And should is usually used when we are giving some advice or suggestion. When a sentence is being made to give some advice or suggestion, we use the word should. Must is used when there is something very important. Like we say we must wear a mask and we must carry a sanitizer with us. So that is being denoted by must. When we are asking some permission, like you say, may I come in, ma'am? So we use the word may. Or we are giving permission, like I would say, you may come in. So I'm giving a permission. Okay? Then in case of when we are denoting our intentions, like I shall be speaking to you tomorrow, or I shall go there in the evening. We will sing at the concert. So when you're denoting some intentions, like what do we intend to do, we use shall or will. Okay, so understood the basic difference between all different types of verbs? So let's revise one time. Verbs can be action words. They can denote the state of being or they can denote some possession. Then verbs are usually of two types, main verbs and helping verbs. Main verbs are always the action words. They denote some kind of action happening. Helping verbs are also called auxiliaries and they can be the helping verb along with the main verb, or sometimes they can be the main verb of the sentence also. If there is no other action word, then the primary auxiliaries become the main verb of the sentence. Like we say a sentence, let me think. Who are you talking to? So here, is there any action happening? Yes. The action is talking. Talking is an action, so this is the main verb. So this becomes the main verb and are is also present. So this is the helping verb for this. Okay. Then these primary auxiliaries can be of two types, depending upon whether they are used according to the tenses or they are being used irrespective of the tenses. If they're being used depending upon tenses, then they are primary auxiliaries. Whichever tense a sentence is of, you will accordingly use the primary auxiliary word. And if they are being used irrespective of the tenses, then they are called as modals. And this is the list of all the modals. Okay, is it clear to all? Okay, thank you.